Welcome one and all to the Model T Ford Club International 54th Annual Tour. My name is Stynoski. You might not know me. Very few people left in this early part of the club are around to really recognize me or know me. At one time, I was a young person. At the time, there were very few people that were interested in old cars. But it seems back in 1947, I was in business, just come back from World War II, a big one, you know, just like Archie Bunker would say, World War II. Coming to work one day down Diversey, approaching Kimball, out of the side of my eye, I spotted something in the background that looked like a telephone booth, but it looked awful funny. So I go around the block and pulled up in front of this used car lot. At that time, you could pull up within 50 to 100 feet of any shopping place you wanted to go shopping. That's how few cars were on the street and how accessible parking was at that time. I pulled up there and I walked to the back of the parking lot, up the stairs into the used car office, and lo and behold, I see this man talking on the phone, and I waited. Finally, I asked him, I said, "What's this that you have outside here?" And he turned to me and he says, "That's a Model T." I said, "A Model T?" I didn't recognize that Model T because it looked like a telephone booth. And I was used to Touries and Roadsters. So I got to talking to him, and I asked him, I said, "How long did you have this here?" He says, "About a week. We pulled it in here about a week ago." And I said, "Say, I'd be interested in it if it was priced right." After I get to the shop, I put it in the garage. Next morning, I pulled it out in front. And lo and behold, hour after hour, people were coming in and stopping. "What is it? Where did you get it? How long have you had it?" All that good things. And then they started hearing, "Oh, so-and-so's got an old car in his garage. So-and-so got a car. My neighbor's got a car." And before I knew it, there were more cars in my neighborhood than I really realized. I started to visit these cars after working hours, or the people that owned the cars, I should say. And they were Touries and Roadsters. No sedans, they were all ragtops, And in the meantime, we started to meet at my business on Saturday to create parades. We started to go to the different parks in the neighborhood and just to blow the horns, because every time we would go down the street in our car, the first thing somebody would holler out, "Blow the horn, blow the horn." And we'd blow the horns. And one day somebody stopped me and said, "Say, how'd you like to go to a car rally?" I said, "A car rally? What's a car rally?" And he said, "Oh, a bunch of old cars get together." I said, "Yeah, okay." Nobody was aggravated, so we had our regular Saturday parade, blowing horns and whatnot. About 2 weeks later, another man comes up to me. I'm standing at a stoplight, and he says to me, "How'd you like to go to a car rally?" I said, "Oh, no, thanks." I said, "I was to one of them a couple of weeks ago, and I got thrown out of there." And he said, No, this is made by the state." And he said, pull around the corner," because out of the stoplight. Pull around the corner, and he started talking to me, and he said it was run by the state of Illinois. That was their second year of their state fair with antique cars. I said, "Okay, but I got to talk to a few other people if anybody else would be interested. I wouldn't go myself." He said, "I'll go with you." He had a 1909 EMF. Mickey Mantle was his name, by the way, not the ball player. So we get together with a few other people, and lo and behold, they said, "Yeah, we'll go." And I think we had 6 or 7 cars. One of them was Jack Kelly, too, one of the former presidents, too, the founding presidents, really. And we go down to Springfield, start out early in the morning, had all kinds of fun going down there, had all kinds of problems, but I can't discuss it now. We get down to the gate. At that time, you registered at the gate. You didn't have to send in any application or anything. So we registered at the gate. And one of the attendants says, "Well, where are we going to send these guys?" He said, "Right down where the others are." And they were sending all the Model Ts, as at that time they were considered junk at that time. They sent us down to the horse rink, the small horse rink, where the horses would race around, just like the big horses, only this is for ponies and so forth. So when we got down there was a half a dozen cars down there already. And as Jack and I stopped our car, we looked around. It was so unorganized down there. I said, "Jack, what do you think we get together and get these guys to everybody put the car in the same position so it looks decent when people are coming down here?" So we talked to everybody, and he said, yeah, that's a good idea. So we started backing the cars up to the railing. maybe 4 feet apart, so the people could walk around the cars and discuss everything. And pretty soon, we had 85 cars parked in a semicircle. The people at the main gate were wondering, where are all the people? Where are all the people? So the guys at the main gate come down to the rink because the word got out that all the people are down there where them old cars are. Old cars! These are old cars right here. But they were the big Duesenbergs and the all fancy cars from the North Shore, if you know what I mean. And then the people just wouldn't leave. They just stayed right there because everybody had something to say about the Model T. Uncle, grandfather, father, cousin, neighbor. Everybody knew something about the Model T, and everybody was talking about the Model T.